Psychology is the scientific study of the human mind and behavior. It explores how people think, feel, and act in different situations. The field of psychology is vast and includes various perspectives that help explain human behavior. In this essay, we will discuss 5 major perspectives of psychology: biological, behavioral, cognitive, humanistic, and psychodynamic. 1. Biological perspective. The biological perspective focuses on how genetics, the brain, and the nervous system influence behavior. It suggests that our thoughts, emotions, and actions are controlled by biological processes such as brain chemistry, hormones, and genetic inheritance. For example, research has shown that an imbalance of neurotransmitters like serotonin can lead to depression. Brain imaging techniques like MRI and EEG help psychologists understand how different parts of the brain function. This perspective is essential in areas like neuropsychology and psychiatry, where biological treatments, such as medication, are used to treat mental disorders. 2. Behavioral perspective. The behavioral perspective focuses on observable behavior and how the environment shapes it. It is based on the idea that all behaviors are learned through conditioning. There are 2 main types of conditioning. Classical conditioning, discovered by Ivan Pavlov. This concept explains how we associate 2 stimuli. For example, a dog salivating at the sound of a bell, if it has learned to associate it with food. Operant conditioning, developed by B.F. Skinner. This concept explains how behavior is shaped by rewards and punishments. For example, if a student receives praise for good grades, they are more likely to continue studying. The behavioral perspective is widely used in therapy, education, and behavior modification programs. 3. Cognitive perspective. The cognitive perspective focuses on how people think, learn, remember, and solve problems. It suggests that our thoughts influence our emotions and behaviors. Psychologists like Jean Piaget studied how children develop cognitive abilities over time. The cognitive perspective has led to the development of therapies such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which helps people change negative thought patterns. This perspective is used in fields like education, artificial intelligence, and mental health treatment. 4. Humanistic perspective. The humanistic perspective emphasizes personal growth, free will, and self-actualization. It was developed as a response to the more deterministic views of the behavioral and psychodynamic perspectives. Psychologists like Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow focused on human potential and well-being. Maslow's hierarchy of needs explains that people must fulfill basic needs like food and safety before reaching self-actualization, achieving one's full potential. Humanistic therapy helps individuals develop self-awareness and achieve personal goals. This perspective is widely used in counseling and coaching. 5. Psychodynamic perspective. The psychodynamic perspective, developed by Sigmund Freud, emphasizes the influence of unconscious thoughts and childhood experiences on behavior. Freud proposed that the mind is divided into 3 parts. ID represents instincts and desires. Ego balances the ID and reality. Superego represents morality and social rules. According to Freud, unresolved childhood conflicts can lead to mental disorders. Psychodynamic therapy aims to uncover unconscious conflicts through techniques like dream analysis and free association. While some aspects of Freud's theories are controversial, the psychodynamic perspective has influenced modern psychology, especially in psychotherapy. Conclusion: psychology is a diverse and evolving field that helps us understand human thoughts and behaviors. Each perspective provides a unique explanation for why we think and act the way we do. The biological perspective looks at the role of the brain and genetics. The behavioral perspective focuses on learned behaviors. The cognitive perspective explores thinking processes. The humanistic perspective highlights personal growth, and the psychodynamic perspective examines unconscious influences. By combining these perspectives, psychologists can develop effective treatments and strategies to improve mental health and well-being.